You're listening to the Next Wave Radio Network.
Round 2, fight!
Can't we do our own secret shows?
All our shows are secret shows.
We have the tools, we have the talent.
You have to use so many cuss words.
Let's go.
Ooh, yeah!
He-Man.
Dude, that fucking trailer, man. That trailer. I gotta tell you, when I felt so vindicated when I watched that trailer. Well, just because, like, I feel like sometimes I'm on an island with my fandom for He-Man.
I feel that way too, Joe.
I know. I've gone back and I revisit our old episode of the Editing Bay when we did Masters of the Universe with Doden.
Yeah, our live
and
show.
Just like the shit that I invited upon myself by just honestly like enjoying the movie and and not even from just a nostalgic standpoint because I liked it when I was a kid, but even as an adult when I'm like, it's okay. They made some questionable decisions, but it's okay. It's fun because of my love for the source material. And man, this teaser, I don't even know I don't know what the difference is between a teaser and a trailer.
I don't think Hollywood knows either. I would call this a trailer, though.
Yeah, what they released yesterday was so much better. Like ever since they announced this project, I'd been feeling very trepidatious. The half the cast, I'm like, okay, I like half of these people. I don't know who the other half are. But
Same.
You got Allison Brie playing Evil Lynn. I'm in. Okay, yeah. But like Idris Elba as Man-at-Arms. Okay, give me more of that.
I thought that
but
was
I don't
him.
know who the guy that was playing He-Man. I'm like, I've never heard of this dude. I've never heard of Tila.
And Tila.
Who are these people? When that trailer dropped, I felt very cautious as I hit play. By the time it was done, I had such a huge smile on my face. It had all these nods to the cartoon, all these nods to the things that influenced He-Man, and the things that He-Man thereby like influenced itself, and the fact that like they were paying homage to like the classic characters. Like in the old Masters of the Universe movie, we didn't get to see these other like fun characters like Roboto or Fisto or Mechanic or Ram Man, and we got to see little glimpses of them all throughout this trailer. We got to see some of the other villains that Skeletor has, and then we got to see the man himself, Skeletor.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like, I like what I'm seeing. I dig what I'm seeing here. There's a bit of a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of feel to this movie.
Agreed.
At least based on the trailer. And I'm on board. This, if nothing else, this movie looks super fun. It looks derivative, of course. We've got He-Man's on Earth. Like somehow we're gonna we're on Earth for some reason.
Okay.
But at least this movie looks like it's going to give us quite a bit of Eternia,
Yes.
which is a huge step up.
It is, especially, and that was my main complaint. And I think maybe every 12-year-old child's main complaint from the original Masters of the Universe, which was, watching the cartoon, like, was Earth even mentioned? I don't think so. It was almost like
A couple times.
Did
Because
they? Okay.
Queen Marlena's from Earth.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. But I don't know that we ever saw Earth, or at least I didn't in any of the cartoons.
We did in the
of course.
Christmas special.
Joe, will you stop correcting me, please, just so I can get the Christmas special?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special.
Did they refer to Christmas by name?
Yes.
This wasn't like a Life Day sort of Star Wars holiday
No,
special
they sure.
thing?
Well, okay, so
Interesting.
they're getting ready for like some annual celebration or whatever. And at the same time, Prince Adam and Man-at-Arms are testing a rocket that Orko finds himself in or whatever. And he ends up making the rocket malfunction, and he ends up on Earth, where at the same time they're celebrating Christmas.
Oops.
And the whole time Marlena is talking about like the celebration on Eternia, and she's telling her husband, King Randor, she's like, this reminds me of the Christmas celebrations back on Earth. And he's like, ah, yes, Christmas. Tell me more about this sacred celebration. So yeah, they actually do mention Christmas. They talk about it as Christmas.
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
the episode, it's where Skeletor turns on Hordak and saves children.
Okay. So this
I
also
don't like feeling good.
an actual line from the episode. I would believe it.
Yes.
That sounds a little more like Christian nationalist. Hey, we got this cartoon. We got to. If you guys want to stay in the air, you want to get your license. We're gonna need a Christmas episode out of you that you're gonna have to work into your lore somehow. So I get it. That Marlena.
You know what? I never read it as that, as like, hey,
they
if
did
you want to
their
stay on,
jobs.
like they were strong arming them. I thought it was, hey guys, we should make a Christmas episode so we can, market this thing a little bit more.
Well, there's probably a little bit of that,
Christmas
too.
is coming around. We got to sell some toys.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's make this episode.
I'm sure there was the money men had their ideas as well, but still, yeah, that seems a little more forced than what I was used to with He-Man, which was, we're on Eternia, we're seeing monsters. Yeah, there's some humanoid looking people, but they're not really humans. They're all aliens. When that one came out,
when the first Masters of the Universe movie came out.
yes, it was low budget. We knew at the time, that there were going to be concessions made. But did not expect most of the movie, if not all of the movie, to take place on Earth, and certainly didn't want a couple of humans running around as our leads.
Yeah.
So that sucked. So I'm glad that we're at least getting that we're at least seeing more of Eternia.
Julie!
But I like. Why do we even need Earth at all? Like, why do we need this Harry Potter like? I'm special.
Okay, so
shouldn't he always be special?
He should always be special, and so
Prince Adam, for Christ's sake.
That's leading me to a couple of things here. So one, the original Masters of the Universe movie, you hit it, right on the head. I mean, this is a Golan Globus production and one of the movies that bankrupted the studio.
Yep.
So they were already trying to save money where they could. So putting this movie in on Earth helped. It helped them. It helped them save whatever they could on this horrible budget.
Yes.
But if you notice in the original Masters of the Universe movie, He-Man was just always He-Man. There was never a dual identity. There was never a duality to
That's
him.
right. He didn't transform.
There's a little bit, just traces of a Clark Kent Superman thing where he's working in HR or whatever.
Right.
Just from the trailer.
Yeah.
She's like, HR does not involve you, your obsession with swords or whatever. And then, like, he goes, I love that, where he walks into the hobby shop and he's trying to take the sword out of the statue's
Yes.
hand. But I get the feeling in this movie there's also not going to be a secret that Adam is He-Man. I think it's just from what I'm seeing, like Teela obviously already knows who he is.
Yeah.
Everybody already knows who he is.
It's like Harry Potter.
In fact, he pulls out the sword in one of the scenes in the trailer to start fighting, and he's still wearing like his Adam stuff.
Right.
So I feel like everyone already knows that he's He-Man, that he is this powerful force or whatever with the sword, that he is Prince Adam, whatever. So I feel like him hiding out on Earth, him being hidden by Queen Marlena, and I love that his name they show on the thing because everyone's focusing on the he, him, the pronouns, but no one is focusing on like Adam Glenn. That Adam is his name. Glenn is Marlena's maiden name. Her maiden name was Marlena Glenn.
Nice Easter egg.
So he's hiding under her name on Earth, and so I think it's a nice throwback and a reminder to the audience that, look at this movie's coming out in 2026. I'll tell you, there's going to be more people that don't know the history of He-Man seeing this movie than the people that know it. So
even the people that know it will be bringing their children and or spouses and friends maybe who probably don't know.
Exactly. So there needs to be a touch of, Adam is the child of two worlds. He is a child of Eternia and a child of Earth.
Fair enough.
So we've got to give them a little bit of this. And I think that's also where we're going to get a little bit of that duality play, where he gets to be Adam, but then he's also hiding like that he is something else.
And I'm fine with that. I just want the location to be 75% Eternia and 25%. And I don't want this Eternia is trying to invade our universe as an excuse. There's like another portal and Skeletor's going to come through, which they may do, but I'm really hoping.
I feel like they're not going to. Just at least from the context that we've seen in the trailer, and I know that's no way to judge a movie. But it seems like no. It seems like that like they're trying to find Adam because he's the key to like repelling this force on Eternia. Yeah. Which I am all about. I'm so down with this. I would be. I guess my optimistic appraisal of this is going to be that he's going to be on Earth. Like we'll get about 15 minutes of Earth, and the rest of this movie is going to be on Eternia.
Let's hope so.
As Adam ultimately accepts his path and fights to claim it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he goes on that journey of the hero.
Yeah.
I feel very confident because this is in the hands of the guy that gave us Bumblebee, and that movie
Oh,
proved.
shit. Is this that guy? Robbie Knight or whatever his name is?
Yes, yeah, that you can make a movie and be, show the proper respect to the source material, and be true to that while still telling a compelling story.
Well, what is that guy's name? I said Robbie Knight, but I'm thinking of Bobby Knight, which
It's
is
something Knight. I think it's
not him.
something Knight. He's a college basketball
the guy who
coach.
throws chairs onto.
I thought it was something Knight. I can't.
I'm looking it up
remember
now.
what
I'm
his
looking
name
it up
is.
now. It's killing me. 1 second.
Go ahead.
I'm almost there.
Cut this out.
I'll leave this in.
I keep stroking. I'm almost
Travis Knight. Travis Knight is the guy.
There you go.
I like Bobby better.
So
No, yeah.
I like Bobby.
I didn't make that connection, and that's great because I love that guy. I think he's from Leica too, right? He did like Coraline.
Yeah,
and,
the Box
I think
Trolls.
he's even technically directing the new one coming out. What did you say?
He produced Box Trolls. He was a producer on that.
Oh, and Box Trolls too. Yeah. No, he's really good. Yeah. It's directed the best Transformers movies. So I didn't know that was that same guy. Well, there you go. My excitement just my erection just grew by 1 inch.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way, I should say, I got texted this link yesterday when the trailer dropped by about 5 different people saying, have you seen this? But more specifically, have you and Joe seen this? I even think listener Kyle, who's a longtime listener, reached out and wanted to make sure that you saw this. I was like, oh, yes. Joe has been... It's been jizzing over this all morning.
Yes, so much jizz. Response. I was drowning in it. I sent it to my wife.
Did you send her the screenshot of Allison Brie as well?
I did not. I sent you that. That was, and the thing is, it's so funny, Joel, because like how long it took me to secure that screenshot. All I had to do was wait about an hour, and I could have just saved it from somebody else. But like when you were like, "Is that from the trailer?" I didn't see that.
Yeah,
like,
where even was that?
After having like gone through working slowly to freeze frame that moment and then get it, like after doing that, it felt like it was such a big part of the trailer. And then I ended up watching the trailer again. I'm like, wow, that is definitely a blink and you miss it kind of moment.
Yes, because I did.
It was really quick.
And I was looking for
it.
No,
there's just this quick flash of like an overhead shot of her and Tila fighting each other, and then it cuts to Tila's point of view, and there's just like a slam, and we see her face, and boom, we moved on to the next thing already. But dude,
interesting that they didn't feature her more, or really any of the cast. Because, like you said, I thought that was Idris Elba, but they didn't feature him in the way that you would think they would. There's a lot of Prince Adam and He-Man in this trailer, and Skeletor even.
I think that's what you need to do with a He-Man movie. I think
I agree.
That also speaks volumes. It's like, okay, we're selling this movie on the IP. We're not selling it on the star power behind it, which is probably smart because I love Idris Elba. Yeah. I love Allison Brie. I don't think that they're the kind of household names that are going to sell like a movie like this. I mean, people love both of them, but again, I'd be hard pressed to find movies that either one of them have anchored or projects that either one of them have anchored that have really lit the box office on fire.
That's a good point. They're usually in ensemble pieces or they're strong supporting roles. But I actually found it refreshing that I didn't recognize anybody in the trailer, at least initially. I thought I recognized Tila there for a second. I thought that was that Ella Purnell.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too.
The Fallout.
Yeah,
she's got similar eyes, big eyes, but it is not her. And I was like, okay, I kind of like that. I don't know anybody. It's nice when you watch like TV shows or even movies from other countries or even territories, sometimes Canadian. And it's like, I don't recognize any of these people. And it's great because it all of the celebrity kind of washes away and you're just kind of able to focus on the characters.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So it's now the cynical part of me is also like, well, they plan on making 3, 4, 5 sequels in the He-Man universe, so they don't want to have to pay, Leonardo DiCaprio money. Not that he would be He-Man. Who would be He-Man if they went, Chris Hemsworth money?
Chris Hemsworth, yeah. I mean, you could argue that they've already made a Chris Hemsworth He-Man movie with the first Thor.
Exactly. Wouldn't be smart to bring him, but maybe Liam, maybe a lesser.
I love the idea that Liam Hemsworth is always the guy that comes in when you get rid of your leading
when your
man.
brother's not available. He seems capable, that guy that they've cast, and I'm sure they've got a nice 6-picture deal locked in for him. So we'll be seeing a lot of he him. Yeah.
Again,
forward. Which, by the way, I thought that was a nice little a joke, a visual joke, having the pronouns on his placard there in the trailer, the he him. Yeah. And of course, we can all predict the uproar. But I think they're missing the joke, man.
It's a good joke. It's a good visual gag. But there's already been an uproar. There's an uproar about that. People losing their fucking shit because he's not huge and muscular. Like everybody wants him to be like huge and muscular, or GTFO.
He-Man?
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, look, he looks like he's in good shape. I saw the part where like he's not wearing any clothes. He looks pretty ripped. He's just not like.
People are complaining that he's not more.
He's not more muscular. That he should be ripped like the toys were. And I'm like, guys, come on. We should have evolved past that.
Well, not only that, but like that image, the flip side. People have been talking about Barbie for years. Like nobody has a waist that's that skinny. Nobody's in these proportions. Well, the same thing applies to He-Man. Nobody was, that's disproportionate. And anybody who has that physique in real life is doing it unhealthily. Like, is on steroids.
Yeah.
The Rock. What is he pushing? 50, 60? Like, you don't look that way naturally.
Yeah.
Like I have a feeling your favorite actor in your favorite action movie is probably popping roids.
Yeah, he's
juicing. I saw the recent Ben Affleck, Matt Damon
The Rip
movie that dropped on Netflix over the weekend. The Rip, so good, by the way. Joe Carnahan doing a kick-ass, dirty cop action movie.
Joe Carnahan does great action movies.
He does
man.
great stuff.
Smoking Aces. I would to this day go see Smoking Aces.
Oh, you're
that
serious?
movie's so awesome. Yes, that movie's great and a great cast.
I'm thinking of the Burt Reynolds movie.
Oh, you mean Stroker Ace? No, not Stroker
not
Ace.
Stroker Ace. Okay.
Smoking Aces. Smoking Aces.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, he does great action. It's a good action movie, but those guys are both, in their 50s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even pushing 60. And they're looking pretty ripped. And I don't know that a lot of that's natural. So, but it's what you got to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate that fans are giving that feedback because we should be getting a little more realistic. And yeah, that dude's fucking yoked. Like, how He-Man do you need to be to play He-Man?
Exactly. I look, I'm fine with it. And that's just, I'm telling you, from my experience, it's just a minority of people that are kind of losing their shit. For the most part, most of the fans that I've looked up, most of the fans I've seen, what I'm living for right now are the fan reaction videos of the trailer. And like dudes that are having their dads watch the trailer and watching these dads start to tear up and like see this stuff done like this was their childhood. I didn't get quite to that point, but there were like goosebumps on some of the, when I see like Cringer when the ship shows up and like the little thing, the platform comes down and there's Roboto and Cringer and I'm like, oh my God. Like
did we see Orko, by the way? He's my favorite.
No. And the big question is, will Orko appear? And I think so. I think he's been digitally deleted from some of these things that we've seen in the trailer.
They do that. They do that a lot. Or they'll just create scenes for trailers that didn't actually happen, just so that they can use something without spoiling some surprises. So I appreciate that. I hope so. The tone would have to, obviously he'd have to have a bit of a redesign too. You can't take the cartoonish way he looks from the TV series and just translate that to film. But so far they've done a pretty good job.
I've got faith they can make it, yeah.
I think so too. And I like the tone that they're going for, which doesn't seem too self-serious. Although maybe a little bit in that Marvel territory that people are getting tired of, where nothing is serious. Everyone's joking about everything all the time, so the stakes don't have any real weight to them. And I get that,
right? But you're also talking about a movie that the source material stems from a villain that was kind of a clown in itself. He was never to be taken too seriously. And the first movie we got was Frank Langella performing Shakespeare, which is great. I love Frank Langella's Skeletor. I have a special place in my heart for that version of Skeletor. But
Agreed.
I do think that there's room for there to be not goofy Skeletor, but some comic relief. Like if it's juggled correctly, it could be fine. And I think with the director that they've got, Travis Knight, I think he proved with Bumblebee that he can do that. I think that Orko appears. I would love it if there was a reference to some of the more like beloved parts of like parts of the franchise that seem like the darker parts of the franchise. Like, I would love it if there was a little reference to Gwildor, that like we acknowledge the existence in some way of the old 80s movie. You know,
we talked about the casting. You think they'll try to get Courtney Cox back for a? I mean, they would have to connect the universes then at that point.
No,
unless it's like a wink and a nod, Bruce Campbell sort of cameo.
think I'm thinking more like a wink and a nod kind of thing. That like maybe someone is named Gwildor or
I would love that.
I did see on the cast list that there's a character named Pig Boy, and I'm wondering if they took that contest winner from back in the day. Do you remember that? The boy that won the contest? So in the original Masters of the Universe movie, there was a contest, and the winner got to be featured in the Masters of the Universe movie. So they brought this kid that won, they brought him on set for one day, they put him in a mask, and they named him Pig Boy. Well, the cast list of this movie has someone listed as Pig Boy.
Is it the same kid grown up?
I don't know. I didn't look that far. I didn't dig that deep. But that would be
the best contest ever.
So effing awesome, right?
Well, look at
right?
the payout on that contest here 40 years later.
It would be amazing.
Good news is you won a contest. Bad news is you're going to be referred to as Pig Boy for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
And on screen.
And we're going to revisit it in 40 years. But then you get to go do con appearances. Hey, meet Pig Boy.
Yes.
No, I'm hoping. I think I said in our text message yesterday, I was like, I really hope that they use some of Bill Conti's theme, like his score that he had in the original movie, because that music wasn't bad.
I can't remember how that went.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was a great theme.
Dun 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 dun.
Is he no longer with us, Bill Conti?
Bill Conti, I think, is still with us. I think he is.
Okay.
Maybe.
So they could.
But yeah, I think that it would be nice if we just got a few notes of that. And we got a few notes in the trailer at the very end with the "I Have the Power." We got a few notes of the cartoon theme. So like that would be kind of neat. Now, one nitpick, and they did this in the Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe too, where he lifts the sword and he screams, "I have the power."
I have the power.
That's never been how he does it.
Yes.
He goes, "By the power of Grayskull," and he
Power
lifts
of
up the sword.
Grayskull.
It hits it. Then he pulls the sword down, and he's holding the sword with both hands, and he screams, "I have the power," right before he points it at Cringer and turns him into Battle Cat. So if we're trying to be accurate,
I thought that was a little cheesy. I get it. I mean, like, that's the main line, like, right? That's the dialogue that everybody knows. You can't make a He-Man movie without saying that.
that's his "with great power comes great responsibility."
Yes.
Yeah.
Except that line is a lot better.
It is.
You don't have to scream it while holding a sword above your head. I mean, you can. It changes.
This is not as fun.
No, yeah, it changes the meaning a little bit too.
Going back to our original episode about Masters of the Universe, how we said that there was a missed opportunity that they didn't use the Snap song, "I've Got the Power." Do they use the Snap song, "I've Got the Power"?
I feel like the time to do it would have been in this trailer.
I've got the power.
And since they did not, then I'm going to say no. Which is
Do you think there's going to be a Four Non-Blondes reference?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to try
Even
to...
so much as Adam going, "What's going on?"
I said, hey. No, I think they're going to try to distance themselves as much as possible from that Masters of the Universe movie. I think it's going to be like the original Mario Brothers movie, where it's just like, let's just bury that. We're going to pretend that never existed. We're not going to reference it. We're never even going to bring it up. We're going to make it difficult for you to find.
Yeah.
Which I think is already the case, right? With that original Masters of the Universe. I don't know that it's streaming anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you could find it on like Tubi or something.
That feels about right.
You could still catch it there.
Maybe
Yeah.
they'll give it a push before, because when does this movie come out? This year, but do we know when?
June 5th.
Okay. Oh, this is a summer movie. Then we got some faith in it.
Yeah. So there you go, man.
Well, I have faith too, because of the people behind it. Not necessarily because of anything I saw in the trailer. The trailer, it didn't blow me away. I'm not as huge of a He-Man fan as you are, but it didn't deter me either. I think a lot of the criticisms we were seeing are criticisms that are happening in the wider film industry right now, which is that this looks AI. That's the insult nowadays. If something looks too CGI, it looks AI.
there's I mean, obviously they're using some AI, but they've also pointed out clearly that like there are villains, there are characters that they've used 100% prosthetics on. Spikor is 100% prosthetics. Trapjaw is prosthetics. Fisto is prosthetics.
Okay.
Because Travis Knight has said, I think he said this in interviews, like, and it's something that we've said here on the podcast before. It's like, CG's great, but nothing gives you that heft and feeling like something prosthetic, something that, is going to feel, you feel the heft and weight by looking at it.
That's good to hear. I think what people are reacting to is just the way that films are made overall today. This kind of a flatter, I don't know that they're really using AI. That's just what that's the term people use nowadays when something looks fake.
Yeah.
The flat lighting, the camera moves. We talked about this last week in our animated movies episode about how, with CGI, you can do these crazy camera moves that you can't do practically. I get what people are reacting to, but the talent behind it and the build-up for it. Joe, this may be like one of our last childhood properties, that hasn't been revisited. I mean, I guess they did with the cartoon, the Kevin Smith cartoon, but I know that was divisive.
Man, it was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I know people like it. You think there'll be any connections there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not, because Kevin Smith sounds like he took a hard right.
Yeah. But, I mean, he made some choices. He made choices with it, and I think it was nice. It was fresh. It was like, I think sometimes people get a little too precious about the things that they liked, and I can be guilty of it too. It's
well, me too. We're both guilty of it.
But at the same time, like if you can look at it objectively, we can either get the same old shit that we've always been getting, or someone can give us a new twist on it. And Kevin Smith gave us a new twist. And the thing is, he did it with still reverence and love for the characters and the IP, which confuses me why people get so angry about it. It's kind of what I said about the Star Wars sequels, where I was like, look, is it bad because it's not what I would have done? No. That's not what makes something bad. And I think sometimes people confuse what's bad with what they just don't like. It's okay to not like something.
Right.
But you can't declare that it's bad simply because it's not the way you would have done it.
Nicely said. I agree. All right. Well, then look forward to June.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever. When He-Man. What are they calling it? Is it He-Man or is it He-Man and the Masters of the Universe?
It's just Masters of the Universe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're reusing the title, huh?
Yes, but a different font.
Even more evidence that they're trying to write over history with a new font, even.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Next Wave Radio Network.
That's fucking gold.